Hey everybody, welcome back to Dave and Will's Guitar. Today I've got a brand new guitar for you to check out. It's one I've owned for a while, so it's probably brand new to you because you've seen it for the first time, but I've had it for a while. And yeah, today we've got a PRS McCarty Thinline S2. So yeah, you probably thought I was going to show you an SE or some affordable budget guitar, but not today. Today we're going into the expensive realm of guitars and what it means. I'm pointing at you guys. Expensive guitars. This one's for you. Not for me, it's for you. Yeah, that's my dorky intro. So I bought this in 2024. This is their lineup where they started putting the American-made pickups in it, and that was really a selling point. I love the low turn 5815 low turn pickups. That's what they're called. They sound really, really good. If you're playing like older styles of music, I don't know, Led Zeppelin, Hendrix, Hendrix didn't really play. What am I saying? He didn't play a humbucker. Jimmy Page, stuff like that. Anything with more of a vintagey sound, you're gonna get that out of this guitar. And that was the selling point that really drove it home. So let's talk about it. Okay, so we've got the classic PRS tilted back headstock, and it's got locking tuners. Those are an aftermarket part. I use the PRS branded ones because they're really good. And I like them a lot, and they're direct fit, so I just pop them in and they're good to go. Does Hipshot and does Dugoto make tuners that fit in here? Probably. I didn't research it, but I'm sure they do. And I bet you they also sell drop-in replacements. It would not surprise me. In fact, I'm almost positive that Goto does that. So there's alternatives there. Let's talk about the rest. It's got their PRS branded nut. They have their own material. They make it in-house. It's a good nut. I have no problems with it. This guitar actually was cut very well. This nut slot was good, and I didn't have to do any nut work. That's like pretty rare. So yeah, no binding, no issues. It doesn't have a trim, so you don't have to worry about binding as much if you don't have a trim, because that is a place where that would matter more often. It's got a bound fretboard, and it is nicely rounded. It feels very, very good. This is probably out of the box, compare this and a Sire is probably my two favorite, like, well, I shouldn't say favorite. It's got the better rolling edged feel on this guitar. It feels very nice. So yeah, moving on to the frets. The frets were not perfectly level on this $2,000 plus guitar. Now I bought this one used, and it had not been used. Like the person who sold it to me, like sold it a couple months after this guitar had come out, and I got it for 1,500 bucks on Reverb. And he didn't have play wear on it because he didn't play it very long, but the frets were not level, and I had to level them, which was rather irritating because it's such an expensive guitar. But I did level them, and I crowned them. And again, perfectly level? No. Were they level enough to not cause a problem? You would not probably have an issue, but I wanted to bring the action down as low as I can without any buzzing, and that's what I was able to do by fully leveling that fretboard. Gloss neck, not my favorite, but it is a pattern thin, so it's like the wide thin, but thinner from E to E string, and it feels fine. It plays very quickly. It's got that common, I believe it's a 10-inch radius on this guitar, so that is a very standard spec across most PRSs. They're all like 10-inch radiuses. Feels good. I like that radius quite a bit. I like anything from 9.5 to 12. It's my sweet spot. Really like to live right around there. Yeah, so that was good. What else do we have here? Do I have to do anything else to this guitar? I don't think I did. It's got the original bridge. It's got the original stop bar tailpiece. It's got all the original parts. I didn't have to change anything else. And it's very thin and very light. That's what I very much like about this guitar. It is not heavy. I want to say this is like slightly above 6 pounds. And yeah, it feels really good. The neck is thin, feels quick. Yeah, I mentioned that already, didn't I? They have I believe these are brass saddles. They're increases the tone, and the tone wood, guys. I'm not in the camp of tone wood sympathizers. I think you could make a guitar out of many different woods and they're all gonna sound good. And I don't know enough about guitars and sound to really make that judgment call where I hear the wood quality in a pickup. I could put a pickup in probably plywood, and as long as that wood was solid and not moving, I'd probably be pretty happy. So I'm not that picky as far as that goes. But other than that, no, it is a very good guitar. The contours feel good. It feels good when I'm sitting. Feels good when I'm standing. Yeah, no qualms. So why do they call it a McCarty 594? So if you don't know anything, it's a 24.594 inch scale length. It's slightly smaller than like a Gibson style neck. This is what Paul Reed Smith believes is like the most optimal length for a guitar like this. I believe when he talked to Ted McCarty, he's like, we should build them this way. They had a long discussion about it. And he decided that was important to him, and it feels fine to play. I don't know. If you played a Gibson, you're going to feel pretty at home with this guitar. Mostly it was just that it's light, it feels good, it's set up well. It was able to be set up well, and it has a lot of features I like. So is it a good guitar? Is it worth the money? I don't know. What's worth the money? I have a PRS semi-hollow with the SE version of the low turn pickups. I'm happy with that too. Like, I don't know. Would I buy this guitar again if someone were to ask me that? I don't know if I would. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with my other guitars. I don't know if I'd buy this one again. This one sounds really nice. It plays really well. Is it an upgrade over the SE version? I would say so, because I don't like those huge necks. I don't like the really, really big necks. If you played a PRS SE DGT, that neck, I didn't love it. It was big and it was glossy, and it wasn't for me. This neck feels really good, so it's a neck I prefer. Yeah, so you're gonna have to pick one up and decide for yourself. But if they made a thinner neck in an SE version, I probably could have been convinced to buy it over this one. So, yeah, it's. I don't even know what I can really say about it. Like, I don't really know if I can really say that the price constitutes or drives what this guitar really is. You really have to pick that up for yourself. You can let me know in the comments what you think about PRS guitars, and if their American-made brands are that much better than their SE brands, because I'm not so sure anymore. They're so close. They're so close, man. They're so close. It's hard to say. So I mean, maybe someone could put a core model in my hand and I'd be like, oh my God, this is the best guitar ever, and I just don't even know. I'm not sure. I'm really not that concerned with it. I have a lot of guitars I like to play, so it's not really a question. I'm rambling. I think that's it. I think it's time to go to the tones. Have you guys heard Dave play? He's pretty good at playing guitar. I'm gonna let him play this guitar, and we're gonna hear what he does with it, and hopefully we get some interesting tones, and you can get a nice little demo of what this guitar is. Has this good guitar been reviewed into the dirt? It sure has, but this is my take. So hopefully I gave you some food for thought. Hopefully I gave you a little more information you might not have had. And in the year 2025, almost 2026, that is about all I need to say about this guitar. So Dave, take it away. Hey everybody, welcome back to Dave and Will's Guitar. I'm Will, this is Dave, and you just heard a bunch of tones. Hope you enjoyed them. I know I did. So yeah, let's get into the professional music opinion. Dave, what did you think about the tones of that McCarty S2? What did you think?
I think it sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really dig the way it sounds. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. I think the tones, as far as the clean sounds, because we went through the humbuckers and the single coils. You weren't such a huge fan of the single coils more than the humbuckers, right?
Yeah. I was feeling the humbuckers more.
Yeah.
And I guess that clean sound was like a clean, and it had some grit to it. It sounded like too. You know, it was like
Right.
cleaner than the
yeah.
distorted tone we do, I guess. You know.
Right. So guys out there, vintage pickups, they break up pretty easily. That's their whole thing. Low output pickups, like if you give them a little bit of gain or whatever, they start to break up and distort pretty quickly. And so that's kind of what you were probably hearing. I mean, we were playing through a Princeton reverb with a little bit of gain on it, and I mean, I think it sounds great, but it does start to break up.
No, I dug the way it sound.
Yeah. So the single coil tones kind of leave a little to be desired. You know, it doesn't really sound like a Strat. Doesn't sound like a Telecaster to me. It sounds like a single coil, but I don't know what kind of single coil it's trying to be. It's not really trying to be anything but itself. So I appreciate that. It's a unique tone, but it's nice that it's there. I don't know if it's like super exciting to use. That humbucker sounds really good, so I do agree with that. But I don't know. What did you think of the distorted tones? I mean, it kind of took a while to dial it in this time. What did you think?
Yeah, well, I guess because a lot of times our go-to is that Princeton reverb or whatever. So we were trying to find a good distortion that fit, and it was like at first it seemed like there was too much distortion, so we had to pull back the gain or So, but once we got it set, I thought it sounded nice.
Yeah, I did too. So for the distorted tones, guys, we used a Mesa Boogie. A Mesa Boogie Mark I, so kind of like an early Mesa Boogie sound, and then we just used the distortion on that, and then pulled it back and pulled it back and pulled it back and pulled it back until we kind of got where we wanted. Usually we use the Princeton reverb, and I kick on a pedal, a distortion or an overdrive pedal, and do it that way. But this time we tried to just bring a different amp to the table and see what it sounded like. But it did sound good. I feel like it did sound pretty good there at the end, so I liked it.
Yeah,
just took a little bit more effort.
And I was going to say back to the coil tap thing too with the single coil. Yeah, to me it's like they were quiet. They're quieter, which they're supposed to be quieter, I guess, generally, right? But they also it was just like weaker, not just quieter to me. Like I know that's jumping back to I was trying to work that in, but
sure,
yeah. But with the clean distortion or whatever. But
the single coil. I mean, we can jump back. Like when you bring it into a single coil, like you have one coil, so it's not getting as many frequencies, it's not bringing out that richness of a humbucker. That's kind of its thing. So I don't know. It has a place, but it just doesn't sound as full. It's like a little thinner, And when you hear that humbucker right like next to it, it's just a switch away. You can just have that sound. It's hard to not want that, So I mean, this is supposed to be a Les Paul copy, right? This is PRS's attempt at like the closest approximation of a Les Paul, right? That's what this guitar is supposed to be. And it's very similar but different. I mean, you play a Les Paul all the time. Like that's your electric guitar go-to. How do you think it compares to, and this is actually a pretty good comparison because you play a studio. This is the Thinline, so they're both light. They're both like thinner body shapes. Do you feel like it's a pretty close approximation, or how does it feel compared to your guitar? Like what would you change, or do you notice any differences?
I think about that. I mean, it does. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the neck, excuse me, is a little thinner on this, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I still, if I had to choose between the two, I'd still choose the Les Paul. I think. I don't. I mean, this one does sound really nice, but I guess. I don't know.
You just
feels a little more
Paul.
full. I don't know, or something. So.
Yeah. Do you prefer the neck on your Les Paul versus this one? Because you have a non-gloss neck on your Les Paul. Do you prefer that? Like, would you rather just have like the unfinished neck where it's not glossy on the back?
Actually, I probably do. I might like this neck a little more without I think about it. Just that particular Les Paul. It's like there's something about that one that it's not quite what I want compared to some other guitars who we've like played in here and stuff.
But
you know,
yeah.
I think actually the neck, I think I do actually. The way it feels overall.
Yeah.
I prefer this. Yeah.
It's definitely narrow, right? So it's narrow here to here, but it's a thin neck. It's a thin line. That's what so on McCarty's generally they have like big necks. That's their whole thing. But this is the only model they make with a very thin neck. Like that's the other side of it. So they make a thin and narrow neck, and it's got the Les Paul sounds. At least that's what they're trying to capture. So I mean, I like it. It feels like the scale length, from the frets at least feel similar to like a Les Paul style guitar to me. But it doesn't necessarily feel like a Les Paul in many other ways, like a Gibson Les Paul. There's some other features. I don't know. It's hard to describe. Maybe it's the body shape that kind of throws it off, or like certainly the sound is different too. So. Playability wise, any other thoughts other than the neck? I mean, is there anything else that you were playing around with? You're like, this could be different, or that could be different.
Everything feels good. I think, I mean, playing down here with my right hand, everything,
Yeah.
felt nice.
So,
I guess,
Here's a question. You've played a lot of PRSs. Let's see, we've played Custom 24, that Thinline, a special semi-hollow. I had an NF3 here for a while. I had a PRS DGT, SE DGT. Did I have any others? Oh, and the Silver Sky. So you've probably played 5 or 6 PRSs of varying qualities and degrees. Out of all of them you've played, do you have any that felt better than others? Is that the one you would choose, or would you choose a different one?
It's tough to remember back. I remember the one we just did.
The special semi-hollow?
Yeah. Not the Silver Sky.
Yeah, definitely not.
I mean,
that one.
of those, actually, the semi-hollow.
The semi-hollow is the one you preferred
the
most.
It's the one you just sold. You
you got rid of. Yeah, the one I got rid of. Yeah, it's funny because I didn't think you'd care for that neck.
Yeah, more so than that one too, maybe. Yeah.
More than the Custom 24. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, well, interesting.
Well, although there was the neck, but in terms of the way it sounded and the way it looked and stuff, but that was true. Well, I don't know. I didn't try those stretches, those minor 11s on this guitar, or maybe I did last time actually, because I feel like that actually is easier.
It is.
So I think I do like the neck more on this, but the overall sound and the look, those chords are actually easier on this guitar. Yeah.
Okay.
The stretches like that. That to me, that's what I was talking about. Is on this guitar I can do that no problem, but on the
special semi-hollow.
That one I was having to do this thing I never have had to do on any guitar before with my pointer. I mean, not barring. I'm only like flattening here.
Yeah, the first couple strings.
On these, I'm flattening just to catch those. Where it's normal. Yeah, normally I just catch it like this. So, Anyway,
Interesting. So playability wise, maybe that's the better neck, but just not the sound that you would go for. It's funny, you preferred the special, the PRS special semi-hollow over, I mean, sound wise over all the others, but that's the one I like the least.
It's funny.
Well, I mean, I really didn't like the NF. I'm sorry, we said NF53. It's the NF3. I didn't like that sound at all. I don't. That middle coil, I just never really the narrow field deep dish. I never really liked at all. Anyway,
I was really liking the way that the neck and then the 5 and 4. Sounded on that one especially.
On that one, So it's interesting. So guys, this is the American-made version. And they will, it's always sold as like, I mean, this is a much more expensive guitar than the Indonesian brands, but they really try to get you with the idea like, this is an American-made pickup. It's clearly the better sounding one. That's why it's so expensive. But I mean, that's not even my favorite, PRS sound. I like the Custom 24 the best. So, it's completely relative. There's no like perfect pickup or perfect guitar. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I mean, it's like you pick it up and you like it.
That's the Custom 24.
That's the Custom 24.
Okay, I can't see that, but okay, because I was thinking that this used to be your favorite.
That one,
I mean, bounced around a little bit, maybe.
No, I think this one is always. I mean, I like that
really?
one a lot.
Okay,
This I've always. I think I've said, and even on the videos, if you check, I think I've always said like, if I had one guitar, this would be the guitar to keep.
Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah.
So I do really like that. I would say that out of the low turn pickups, this is the 58-15 low turn pickup. I think the American one sounds better. But for the 8515S, this is the Indonesian-made one, and it's a different pickup. It's hotter. I prefer this one over the American version. So I like that one, and I like this one. I don't like the Indonesian version of that guitar, and I don't like the American version of this guitar. So, I mean, it's not that I don't like it. It's just they don't. See, the thing is with these pickups, they sound so close, and it's like I just like this one because it's like a little bit better. That's it. I mean, and it's so minimal, and I don't know. It probably doesn't even matter. It's like if I was playing it, I'd probably be very content. But yeah. So I don't know. Is there any other things? Let's see. We covered the playability, covered the sounds. I think these new were like $2,300, and I got that one on sale for $1,500. Is it a buy at $1,500, or would you like? I mean, a new Les Paul Studio, I think, is like $1,600. Mm-hmm. If you had $1,600 in your hand, and you had, like, let's say you lost your Les Paul, like, floated off into space, you're just never going to get it again. Do you buy yourself another Gibson Studio? Or would you buy this?
I would do the Les Paul. Yeah, I mean, if I had a Les Paul and then I want another guitar that's not a Les Paul, sure, maybe this one. But if they had the semi-hollow, I'd probably would have.
Oh, you went with the semi-hollow?
Yeah, well, that's to me of all the PRSs, that's the one I think that.
Yeah, really.
The way it sounds and the way the aesthetics and everything.
Oh,
it's just the neck is the only problem. But I just wouldn't play that song.
You should play that song.
Other stuff is fine.
Yeah, interesting.
Especially like that, if I had those several other guitars, so, and I can choose which one I was playing, what song. Yeah.
Right. So guys, you know what that means? We have to go get the American PRS S2 special semi-hollow. We need the American version because we played the Indonesian version, and then that's the next step. That's like, maybe that's the holy grail.
What's the neck? Is the neck the same on that one though?
The neck is called, it's not, that is a pattern thin. I think that one is called a pattern regular. So it's narrow. It's like you can wrap your hand around it. You could probably get that cord because you could wrap your hand around it, but the neck is slightly thicker than that one.
Okay.
Just a hair. So it probably feels more like your Gibson Studio. It's probably closer to that one. So because I think that neck's a little thinner. So who knows? Maybe that's the golden guitar. That's the one. So I don't know.
So those Studios are like $1,500. I was thinking when I got it was like $800 or something, but it's so long ago that
Well, you probably got it for $800 when you bought it. Yeah, they've just
back
increased in price
or something. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what it is then. Yeah.
So you can the cheapest Les Paul right now is a they call it a Modern Studio Lite, and it's like it's a studio, but it's like real bare bones. There's no binding. There's no nothing on it. It's like just a piece of wood with some pickups in it, and I mean it's made well. Don't get me wrong. It's made as good a quality as any of the other Gibson Les Pauls. So it's not like they're purposely. I don't think they're purposely making it worse. They're just not putting like binding and flashy stuff on it. So, but that's like $1,400. So you could get one for $1,400. But I think the one equivalent to what you have is like $1,600ish.
Okay. Yeah. I think maybe it was on sale when I got it too. That could have been part of it. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, any final thoughts? Any words of wisdom we want to impart to the viewers? No?
I think that's it. Yeah. I mean, just the aesthetically, I don't think this one looks as nice as that semi-hollow one.
You like the black, like charcoal burst? Yeah. It was a cool looking guitar. I really like the way that looks. I love that one. I actually I like brown and black guitars. So if you notice,
well, between these two, I would pick that one. Look aesthetically,
one.
I think. Aesthetically.
Yeah, I like this one too.
Yeah. I like the covered humbuckers. But like
I do too.
The body, and I think that, like that design and stuff.
Yeah, these like zebra.
It's still pretty though. I mean, sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. I was just gonna say these like the zebra coil, kind of like black and yellow or black and white. I don't love it. I prefer a covered look too. I think it just looks a little nicer. So
yeah.
But Paul Reed Smith, he knows what he's doing. He says the cover affects the sound, and they can't have it. So I guess I believe him.
Well, can't have, but they have on this one, and they have it on the.
Yeah, they needed it on that one, I guess, but on this one, you didn't. I mean, he also said that plastic tuning pegs changes the sound. That's why these are plastic and not metal. He's like, it changes the sound. And I'm like, all right, okay, you know, I mean, and whether you had milk for breakfast or orange juice, it also affects the sound. I guess everything affects the sound. I don't know. I'm sorry, Paul, if you're watching this. I know you're a diehard fan of this channel. I really didn't mean it. Next time we're at dinner, I'll apologize. I'll buy you a drink or something.
Apologize.
Apologize, right?
I guess also that one, the bridge is different. This one has like the tunematic, I guess.
Yeah, that has the tunematic, and this has the traditional PRS tremolo. I actually like both bridges. I don't have any. There's no part of a PRS, like no particular part that I don't like. Not like certain other, like a Fender bent steel saddle, like what you normally found, like when we first had your Strat in here with that bent steel saddle. That was a terrible feeling bridge, And they put those on all kinds of Fenders, and I think they're just garbage. It's a terrible part. They should never do it again. But PRS, there's nothing where I can put my hand on here. I'm like, ow, that hurts, or I don't like this guitar. I don't know. So. All right, guys. Well, I think we've hit all the notes. So if you guys have any comments for us, let us know. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel because we'd like to show you even more guitars. There are more guitars than what we're holding right now. Can you believe it? And we'd like to show you all of them. So yeah, guys, don't forget to hit that button. So hope to see you again on the next one. And thanks again.